Hey YouTube, Clutch here. Trying this one while I'm driving. We'll see how the audio is. This video is going to be titled Trucker Etiquette, or How to Not Be an Ass-Wagon. Alright, there's a lot of things people driving out here who apparently have been doing it for years don't seem to know. So that's why I thought I'd cover some of these things, alright? A lot of them seem to be common sense to a lot of us, but a lot of people, it just kind of doesn't compute. If you're new to driving, you may not know some of these things I'm going to talk about. Alright, so let's hit on a few. First off, my biggest pet peeve while driving at night. I'm going down, you're in the right lane, I'm passing you in the left lane, I'm looking to come back over, I look right in my mirror and blast! You blast your brights right at me, right when I'm looking in the mirror and freaking blind me. Thank you, Ass-Wagon. That's not helpful. There are other ways to do this and not piss off the guy in front of you. Simply turn your lights off for a second. I know for some of you this is a challenge because you actually have to reach down on your dash and turn the thing or flick the switch. But just turn your lights off for a second. Alright? That's one way. Most trucks have a switch to flash your marker lights. If I'm looking in my mirror to see if it's safe to come back over and you flash those marker lights, then I'm going to take that as yes. Either way works a hell of a lot better than blinding me with your brights at night. Alright. Another thing just happened to be back there. I was driving along. JB Hunt was over in the left lane where they shouldn't be. I'm here in western Illinois on I-80. The speed limit is 70 miles an hour. He's going 62, maybe, and will not give up that left lane to save his life. So of course I get hung out in the right lane. That's annoying. Drivers, if you can't do the speed limit, for the most part, stay out of that left lane. Or if it's like 3 lanes, like on the Turnpike in Ohio, stay out of that center lane. I know a lot of you frickin' park, you live in that center lane, and you can't do anything near the speed limit. That's annoying. Get to the right. It's a basic driving rule for everybody, but apparently most people don't seem to know it anymore. Keep right except to pass. Now, a lot, us owner-operators sometimes end up getting a lot of crap about that. They say, oh, well, you guys are always speeding, you're always going real fast. Well, yeah, some owner-operators do. From my experience, for the most part, it's the company drivers who are speeding the most, and maybe not where it's 70 mile an hour, but 55 zones, work zones. Who do you see flying by? XPO, FedEx, R&L, Dayton Freight. What's the other one I really hate? I always run into them on the Turnpike in Pennsylvania. They drive me nuts. The name escaping me right now. But anyway, because they are in governed trucks, and obviously to try to make up time, they go as fast as the truck will go no matter what the speed limit says. To me, that's annoying, but maybe I'm wrong on that. I have my own personal little rule. I don't go more than 3 miles an hour over the speed limit no matter what it is. Keeps me out of trouble. Don't pay any speeding tickets. Works for me. But now on the other hand, if I'm out in Nebraska, Kansas, Colorado, Wyoming, and the speed limit's 75, I'm going 75. Hell, I might even maybe kick it up a little bit and be going 76 if I'm trying to get back to the house. You know what I'm saying? But that's about the worst I'll do. If it's 55 through the Chicago area on I-80 where I just went through this morning, God, I forgot how bumpy that stretch of road is. hadn't done it in a little while. I'll go 57. I'll walk it right at 57. And every other truck and car on the road is passing me. I don't feel like getting tickets. So, you know, that's my own rule. Another one related to that drives me absolutely bonkers, like if it is 75 miles an hour, or even sections of Wyoming and Utah where it's 80 miles an hour, you know, a lot of times, depending if I have a lighter load, I might be going 80. And some ass-wagon in a truck will whip out into the left lane because they want to pass JB Hunt, who's going 64, and oh, they're in a fast truck because they can go 68. So they're going to jump out there on that left lane when they see me coming and make me wait 4 minutes for them to get around JB Hunt, when all they had to do was wait 5 seconds. I would have been by them, then they could have slid on out. That's just courtesy, but that seems to be gone with a lot of people these days too. You know, the four-wheelers, they're going to cut you off all the time. You just know that. They don't care about us. All we are to the four-wheelers is big, slow, and in their way. That's all they care about. They don't care about the fact that if we don't roll, they don't have groceries tomorrow. They can't get that new couch. Whatever. They're just always going to piss us off. You know that. But as a professional driver, have some freaking courtesy. So what I always say a lot of times on the CB, and I know a lot of times most of these drivers don't have their CB on and they're not listening, is if you're going to run out in front of me when it's 80 miles an hour, the speed limit's 80 miles an hour, you're going to jump out there at 66. That's 14 miles an hour below the speed limit. Now, I ask you, if the speed limit's 55, see, what would that be? That would be 43 or 41? Yeah. Would you jump out into the left lane at 41 mile an hour? No. Wouldn't even dawn on you, right? Because you'd be being an asswipe. Yet people, truckers especially, will do that when it's a 70, 75, or 80 mile an hour zone all day long. They'll see that other truck up there a half mile away, but they're going to jump out there in front of you, even though they see you screaming along at the speed limit. So don't be an asswipe. That's another thing you cannot do. Alright, so what have I covered? The flashing the brights, not being an asswipe, pulling out there. Yeah, don't camp in the center lane. I don't care who you are. But a lot of times, yeah, if I'm another one that just drives me nuts. If the speed limit is, say, 55 or 60, and we're in a work zone, they say trucks use left lane or something like that. I'm in the left lane, and the speed limit is 55. Maybe I'll be going 57. And you come screaming up behind me, and you're pissed off that I'm not going over the speed limit in the work zone. And you get on the radio and start chewing me out. Well, you know, I'm going over the speed limit, so you can bite me, okay? And I don't taste too good, so you wouldn't like it. You know, come on. You want to go faster, you want to break the law? There's another lane over there, buddy. Go right ahead, super trucker. If you're willing to break one law, why aren't you willing to break two? Don't get on my ass, because I'm not willing to risk my license and my job because I can't lift my right foot up a little bit. You want to risk it? Fine. A lot of drivers, also, especially newer drivers to the trucking industry, don't understand all the laws and the rules. Almost all states now will slap you with a reckless driving charge if you're caught speeding in a work zone in a commercial vehicle. You only have to be going 51 and a 50 in a work zone, and they'll slap you with that reckless driving charge. And guess what? You're going to lose your job. And if you're an owner-operator like me, you're going to lose your insurance, which means you'll lose your job. I make far too much money doing this to risk speeding in a work zone just because you're pissed off that you want to go 65 in that 55 mile an hour work zone. And what's going to happen, what happens every time, is as soon as we come out of that, say like we're in Ohio, and the speed limit goes back up to 70, then I'm going to be passing you at 70, 71, when now you're stuck at 66 or 62, wherever you were. So, but you'll speed through it, and in the next work zone, you'll pass me again. Kind of ridiculous, I think. All right, so did the headlight thing, did the work zone thing. What else can I hit you about truckers etiquette? Oh, you know, if you run your CB, I know a lot of people don't like to run their CB. They don't like hearing all the crap on there. Yeah, because there's a lot of stupid people out there. Shut up, stupid! Yeah, you know. But everybody nowadays seems to have their backup CB. And you know what that means? That means they don't turn it on until there's a backup. What lane do we need to be in? Well, you need to be in the lane away from me before you need to be. But anyway, I run it all the time. Yeah, you have to put up with I ain't wearing no panties. Or actually, they always say I ain't got no panties on. They always whisper it too. Yeah, that's like 30 years old. Be original, okay? Say I got a flaming duck on my head. Hey, that's amusing. That's original. But the I ain't got no panties on? Please. Step up your game. You know? Entertain me if you're going to do crap like that. Anyway, yeah, so if you have it on and you're listening most of the time, you're going to find out a lot of times about things like that ahead of time. Oh, and there's another one. If you are going into a work zone or something where they're cutting down to one lane, don't be the ass-wagon who shoots up the left lane even though you've seen the sign saying left lane ending, and you want to try to get by everybody else, so you're going to try to muscle your way into the last second. No, I've pushed a few trucks into cones trying to do that shit. You know, you saw the signs, I saw the signs, I had the sense to get over when I was supposed to. I've had a couple cars trying to do that to me at the last second. Look on my videos, from my dash cam. I got a couple of them posted where the cars are cutting me off at the last second. They made it, barely. I wish I had a video of it, but a couple of years ago in Illinois on I-80, where I am now, where they have those, like, sawhorse ones that set up that are metal. A car tried to get around me at the last second. He shouldn't have. And he knocked a few of them down, just tore the front of his car up. I was laughing so hard I had to pull over. Some of the little pleasures we get out here, baby. So those are just some of your driving etiquette things. Another one, don't speed through the truck stops. A lot of us are walking. A lot of us have a dog we're out there walking, especially summertime months. A lot of us are bringing our kids along. Don't go speeding through like a bat out of hell, all right? Have some respect. Also, I really hate guys who don't back into truck parking spaces. They pull straight forward in. Now, a lot of these guys will say, yeah, but that way nobody's going to take off the front of my truck and they'll only damage the trailer. Okay, maybe. But when you do that and the spaces maybe aren't as long in some of the spots, well, now your ass end is hanging out and it makes it damn near impossible for anybody to park next to you. So, keep that in mind. Alright, I know I have a lot more etiquette, raging, drivers don't piss me off kind of crap, but that's just all I can think of right now. Hope you enjoyed this one. Oh yeah, I always forget to say, hit the like if you like. Remember to subscribe. Do all that YouTube fairy dust stuff. And have a good one. Watch out.